Saga boost time. Hi. So the new Saga boost is out. This is the one that makes you a bit like Human Torch. And I thought let's do a little bit of a playthrough and kind of like understanding how it works, does it work, how effective it's going to work, some things that I think are good about it, some things I think ultimately bad about it, and why I think spending a lot of time focusing on the top left-hand corner and relying on inputs and AI isn't exactly good, especially compared to the other one, which is actually better than this in my opinion. So you can see in game at the moment I'm just dropped into Paragon difficulty as I just want to like try this out. Relying on input is always a bit of a difficult situation in MCOC. So you can see here the particular boost, which is the Saga boost Torches Ferocity. Saga attack champions gain the following bonuses: charging a heavy attack grants 10 temperature per second, striking the opponent with a heavy attack grants 5 temperature. When reaching 100 temperature, gain a flame on passive, while active basic attacks deal a burst of 50% of the attacker's attack, as direct damage temperature cannot be gained while flame on or the passive is active. Right? In theory, that's gonna be fine, but I've been playing around with this and I have found some input issues at times. So we just built up there to 24 very easily, there up to 50 very easily, and then we're gonna do the same thing again very easily up to 82, and then he's gonna throw his thing. It kind of like auto cycles through. So there we go. Now I'm actually on the thing. So you can see there's the burst. Yay, it works. But I did find that now it's like 20 seconds, 10, 9, and then it's gone. So I'll try and see if I can enlarge the areas as I'm talking about like certain stuff like the temperature top left-hand corner. So if you look right now, I need to build that back up again. So I could spend a lot of time just like top left. That's the problem. Top left-hand corner watching. That's the only thing in MCOC I don't like. I really don't. I think that it takes away from what is the fighting element of MCOC rather than the RPG and extra crappy elements that you've got to do a lot of the time. There's a lot of things to concentrate on MCOC. Now we're charging up again. Now I've just reached up to that 100 point. Unfortunately, he did get unblockable. And then it's the ramp. Like if you've not got it in there, because I've got 30 seconds. No, I had limited time there. I'm left. The thing is, all through that last part of that fight, I was watching the top left-hand corner. I wasn't concentrating on the fight. So that's where my kind of difficulty is with this particular boost. I don't necessarily enjoy that side of things, like the constant top left-hand corner watching of the game. And something further to that point is going to be in Battlegrounds. Now, and also, here's a good example. 60% of the time, it works every time. That means that it's not always a clean way of kind of dealing with it. Gore is a Saga-based champion, but I'm definitely going against champions that I have to... There you go, I've gone up there. But you can see earlier in this fight, he was shrugging off a lot of my... Well, not well-timed blocks, my parries, which then means that my into this is very risky. I think as well Battlegrounds might be a bit of an issue for players, and I'm going to say you probably won't be looking to do parry heavies anytime soon, especially I don't know what's happening here. I'm swiping and nothing's happening. But again, same issue. Like I'm watching where I don't normally do this, and I'm sure that people say like, oh, you know, get good. Like, but if you are thinking about a lot of time looking towards the top left-hand corner and doing parry heavy rotations, personally, I do not see this working in Battlegrounds. I don't think it's an effective way. I don't think it's clean, and I don't think it's going to be something you'll go, do you know what? I really felt in that last fight it was won or lost by me not parry heavying or heavy timing or heavy throwing. It's going to be about being proactive with intercepts. It's choosing the right champions to counter, and it's just thinking strategically about who's the attacker to who's the defender. You may not even find yourself using some of these Saga champions a lot of the time, but I do think there's going to be benefit to use that in some other bits of content, but I just can't at the moment with, say, the quality of AI versus you doing that repeat pattern. Command want you to do certain patterns of play in a time in MCOC where AI isn't to be trusted. It's not in a good space whatsoever. This is why the Thing buff was actually quite good. Yeah, I get Human Torch is Human Torch. Theoretically, you do the same rotations as what you do as Human Torch to get your boost. And then again, that still lies in the risk that you're ultimately using champions rotating in a certain way that you may not. So your rotations for a champion might completely change. You might be like, well, Angela, I play in a certain way, or, you know, future Ant-Man, I play in a certain way. Now I've got to change it. So I don't read too much into these boosts as well, that you have to change your play patterns, so to speak. Just look at them and just go, am I interested in rotations, or just keep to the champions playing in a certain way, you know. But if you've got certain champions that do other stuff, like Gallon does have a very much kind of like heavy attack throw to the SP1 release. Granted, you could say SP2 release, but I like SP1, other people like SP2. Warlock has a parry heavy, so you would kind of rotate with that. But I would just advise that, like, just to repeat, like, and Dr. Doom as well has a heavy attack rotation that allows him to put stagger on. So there are champions this works for, including Human Torch. That's something I need to double check. Does Human Torch get double the amount? That would be interesting. And then we're going to end the video on that particular little tester. So let's go back into Paragon Gauntlet and load in a Human Torch to see if indeed he gets double in this. I think he must have. I mean, it's pretty much kind of like there. That makes him... And again, for Battlegrounds, if you've got options that do have that very kind of parry heavy rotation method, or heavy attack charge method, then this could be a good option for you. Now, yes, it did launch. Okay, good. I was worried then. So parry heavy. No, he doesn't. That's weird, isn't it? I thought he might have got that of like part and parcel of his. Well, no, he is charging up. Yes, okay, so he is. I take that back. So there, he's up to 100. Again, I'm top left-hand corner watching as opposed to right-hand corner watching. So this, for me, it's not going to be it. It's not going to be it at all. Throwing in some basic attacks, probably bursting. Yeah, it's not for me, right? It isn't. It's just changes the way that I play. And my gaze, like if I'm constantly looking in the top left-hand corner, my gaze is to the wrong particular side of the game, and it should always be focused on what the defender's doing, because you can't trust the AI nowadays. Anyway, that is going to be it for the video on Saga, on the Saga boost. Interesting question to you guys and the community. Will you be focusing on this as well as, or more than normal, to get benefit from that Saga boost? What content are you actually going to be using this in? Because of course it's within Battlegrounds itself. For me, I just cannot, like, I just need to focus on what the defender's doing. I can't be worrying about what's top left-hand corner, unless it's a specific node in a, I don't know, some piddly-ass weird story mode content that Kabam have plucked out their bums. Anyway, thanks for watching, and check out some other content located on screen. Have a lovely day. More videos to come. Alliance War Showcase up at some point. I'll probably do an Incursions breakdown and write-up. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.